Hey guys, welcome back to Semojo Homestead. We are so glad that you're joining us again. If this is your first time, welcome. We're also very glad that you're here and you found us. This is my new wife. She's taller and she has less hair than the old one, but ironically enough, her name is Cassandra also. I'm Jeremy, if you did not know. Someone got a major haircut this week.
Yeah. So I was growing it long just because it worked out that way, and then I met someone who does wigs for kids. And so she said, if you could get 16 inches, a little girl would really love that. So I got her 16 inches.
She did. It was quite a shock. I knew that they were going to get a haircut. I had forgotten the day that it happened, and I was like, whoa. But that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. She's also uphill, so she looks taller.
Yeah.
But we have got several just little things that we got to get done today. So we're just going to try to knock those things out and then sit down, and I think this is just going to be kind of a chat kind of day.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, so got some stuff done.
Yes.
Rain kind of unexpectedly came in.
Yeah.
So got a little bit wet, but hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
We got some weeding done in the garden.
Yeah.
And some areas were much needed.
Yes. I harvested more of my calendula flowers. I harvested some zucchini, and I got some more cucumbers.
And also got the rest of the tomatoes trellised. So those are finally like standing up. So hopefully they will produce very well now.
Yeah.
So as we were working, we kind of decided to take this video in a little bit different direction than we initially thought at the beginning of this video, or the beginning of the day. And just to update you guys on what's been going on the homestead, because we've been putting a lot of focus on the garden, and we realized that there's stuff that has been happening and that we've gotten that we haven't even mentioned on here. So we're going to bring you guys along and just do some quick little updates for you.
So the first spot we're going to update you is the orchard, one of my favorite places on the homestead, other than the garden. The first thing I want to mention, I don't know that we'll go there, but we have had 2 very large figs. Our fig tree is still young. This is actually the first year that we've gotten any harvest. We've been able to harvest any figs. So far, like I said, they've been 2 like palm-sized figs, and there are several more on there still. So I'm super excited about those. There are a couple other developments that are really exciting. We have, for the first time, I think, we've been able to grow our own spaghetti squash. So it does look like something may have tried to get to this one, but we have one here and we have one down there. Now, spaghetti squash is Selah's favorite squash. These may be crossed with something else because we saved these seeds from the garden last year. So who really knows what they're going to end up being like in the end? That is one of the things that you risk when you seed save. However, they are producing well. I see those 2, and I actually see another baby just forming down here. This plant is thriving, and I'm really excited to see what we actually harvest off of it. The other thing I wanted to share with you is these raspberry bushes. This is, again, another first for us. We've been able to get 1 or 2 throughout the years. Obviously, they are exploding, and I've been able to harvest a nice little handful from them, so that was exciting. The other really exciting thing, watch out, I just saw today is one of Joe's pumpkins just started popping out. He's going to be really excited about that. We also have another one that had popped out a while ago. This one's obviously farther along in its journey, but I was really excited to see that second plant come up. We also did plant a couple more seeds in here just so we could get a nice pumpkin harvest. because these pumpkins really made a good pumpkin puree. We got a lot of pumpkin off of that one that we had from Jess, and he wants to be able to harvest plenty and save some seeds for next year.
All right, so the next thing are the pigs. We did a video when we first got them and talked about them on that video, but I don't know that we've really talked about them since. So wanted to update you guys on these pigs. They're getting really, really big. I'm thinking we'll probably hold them for maybe another month-ish before we, do what we do with pigs, process them. So I'm gonna see if I can get them over here. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Come here. Come on. They're used to getting their treats on this side, so yeah, there they are. So they're getting pretty big. I still prefer the others, but these guys have been really good and they're really friendly. I do like that they love their scratches. I don't know if he's gonna come up to me. Nope. So the one thing that Joe has enjoyed doing with these pigs is coming out and giving them a shower, as he calls it. He likes to shower them down with the hose and they love it as well.
The next place we're gonna go for the little update is our chicken tractor. So if you have followed us for a little bit, you know we got an egg incubator, and we incubated a couple of eggs, and then we also, at the same time, without realizing it, had a chicken sitting on a rogue nest, and she hatched some babies herself. So we have in our chicken tractor, because we don't have any meat birds right now, this has worked out really, really well. We have Mom and her babies, and they are in this tractor. They get moved to fresh grass every day. She's obviously communicating with them because she's, wants to keep them safe right now. But look at all those babies following that mama. It has been really nice having her to raise them in this safe space, because it's just hands off for us, obviously. And I have to say, I would take this situation over a brooder any day.
So speaking of brooding, we are still having to brood. We did get something that we haven't even mentioned to you guys yet. So we had another homesteading couple contact us. I think it is the Farm with the Red Door. If that's wrong, sorry, I'll correct it right here. But they contacted us and asked us if we had ordered our turkeys yet. And this was earlier in the year. We had not. So they went in with us and we got turkeys again, and they arrived last week. So this is a different variety than we did last year. I'm gonna show you guys. So these are the little black breasted or midget black breasted, I can't remember, but they're smaller turkeys. So the ones last year, they are so cute, but he's not used to me. But anyway, the ones last year that we got were the bronze breasted turkeys, and we grew them out in the suggested amount of time, and those things got to be 30 pounds, dressed out, 30 pounds. Huge bird. Now we appreciated all the meat, but it was a lot to handle on processing day. These guys are a lot smaller. The boys will get to be about 20 pounds and the females are about 10 pounds. So much more doable for us. I'm hoping that we have at least one drake in there, but we'll see. But I love the coloring on them. Look at that. So, little story, just to continue to update you on these guys. I'm gonna put this guy back and then we'll talk about that. Well, we did order these from Murray McMurray, and we had one DOA, which is dead on arrival. Murray McMurray was great working with us. They gave us the credit for that one bird that did not make it, which I was very thankful for. And then a couple of days later, we actually ended up losing one of ours. And then Hans and Shelley also lost one of the 5 that they had as well. Not sure why. Ours actually ended up having a broken leg. It somehow broke, I don't know, came out one day and noticed that it wasn't able to put weight on it. So we separated it, and it just could not nurse back to health. So that's a little bit disappointing. We had 0 losses last year with that other breed, so I don't know if this breed's just a little bit more fragile at first or what. I know turkeys can be a little iffy in those first few weeks, but these 3 that have survived that we have are doing great, full of energy, eating great, drinking great. Everything about them seems to be screaming success. So now we just have to wait until they grow up so we know what we have, boys or girls. So this breed is not a heritage breed. This is one of your production breeds, which means they cannot reproduce. We did look into going heritage this year, and I think we talked about that last year, about wanting to maybe start raising our own. This year we decided to go with these, a smaller breed, just to get a better idea of different turkey types and sizes before we made that decision on a heritage breed that would be a permanent establishment on our homestead.
We are having so much fun kind of growing our food. I don't know, I was sitting on the porch earlier today just looking out at everything and just so excited and thankful again just for the lifestyle that we have, the property we have, the food that we have growing. So I hope that you guys are growing something that you are enjoying growing.
Yeah, on that, we are going to be putting out a couple of videos just talking about how to use what you're growing.
Yeah.
And kind of ways that we do that are just outside of those traditional ways. I think a lot of times, like, people just kind of get in the habit of like, oh, you do green beans this way or you use tomatoes this way. But wanted to throw out and give some suggestions on different ways that you can use your harvest or what may be coming in from your garden. So keep an eye out for those.
Yeah. And some kid-friendly recipes as well.
Yes. Ways that we get our kids to eat vegetables that they normally do not like.
Yes. So highs and lows?
Highs and lows. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll go first. And since last weekend wasn't the traditional video, I'm going to maybe borrow from pulling that last week.
Do it.
So Cass and I just celebrated, I mean, I say just, not this week, but the previous week, our 19th wedding anniversary.
It's crazy.
I know. So that was a lot of fun. We got to go out kid-free to a really nice restaurant in Lexington, and it was really good. Just a good time away to relax, and the food was amazing. I'm not one that will like just throw words out there, so like awesome is a word that I will not throw out there. Don't use it for hardly anything. Melt in your mouth to describe food has now been way elevated.
Yes, this chef was amazing.
I will not be using, not that I used it loosely, but it has just taken on a whole new standard. Like, it was amazing. I got sea bass, and it literally did not have to chew it.
Yeah.
So that was definitely my high.
Yeah.
My low would be probably, I mean, it's a good thing, but because Josiah made state for All-Stars, baseball practice has continued every single night, which just continues to make our weekly schedule, a little bit hectic. And I feel like it hasn't felt like we've entered into like summer schedule. So glad, so happy they made it to state, excited about that. But yeah, it just keeps that schedule kind of going.
So I had a similar conversation with a couple other moms. That's definitely my low. I'm going to start with my low because we're already there. But my low was definitely like, I didn't get any time in the garden last week. Josiah, because I didn't know about All-Stars, I had signed him up for a baseball camp that started at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was 30 minutes away. So we had early mornings, and then the girls had dance camp in the afternoon. So we went straight to the studio, and Joe hung out at the studio for 2 hours a day. And then we didn't have but a few hours and had to go to baseball practice until late that night. So it made for a very crazy week.
Yeah.
But again, I'm thankful for all the experiences that they've had. The girls had a fantastic camp. Joe is loving being on All-Stars. I, of course, would never want him to not experience that. So all good things. But it's a little bit of a lot. My high would be, I think that Mariah, you know, Father's Day, she cut the grass. And this week, she wanted to cut it again. I think she's kind of decided it's going to be her weekend chore that she kind of helps out with. And it's neat because I had the chore of cutting the grass on a very large piece of land, and it would never be my chore of choice, especially in the South Carolina heat and humidity. But today she put on her camelback and she did a great job. She didn't miss any spots.
She did.
It's just been neat seeing her kind of take pride in something and ownership in something that is not related to her on our homestead.
I mean, the pay may also be motivating her.
Yes.
I told her I would hire her to do this.
100%. But it's still like something she's excited to do.
Yeah. And it takes a lot off of my plate
Yes.
on the weekends, which is so nice, which is why I'm willing to like pay her.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, like we can go in and get the garden work done. And we know she's doing a good job with it. So that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's teaching her responsibility. So.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you, each and every one of you. If you have not hit subscribe yet, we invite you to do that. Join the YouTube family, our YouTube family.
Yeah.
That's what we like to call you guys, and we truly do see you guys as that. We love interacting with you as well, so feel free to leave a comment below. So as always, guys, we really hope you have a great week and be blessed.